VP Harris has done a ton of interviews already this week. Today on The View, she revealed a pretty big new policy proposal, expanded Medicare to cover in-home care. It is aimed at easing the stress on the so-called sandwich generation.
I took care of my mother when she was sick. She was diagnosed with cancer. And so it is a personal experience for me as well as something I care deeply about. There are so many people in our country who are right in the middle. They're taking care of their kids and they're taking care of their aging parents. And it's just almost impossible to do it all, especially if they work. What we will do is allow Medicare to cover in-home health care.
Here to talk about it, Peter Spiegel, U.S. Managing Editor for the Financial Times, and David Gura, correspondent from Bloomberg and host of the Big Take podcast. This is big. This isn't Obamacare big, but we already have Obamacare, and there are millions of Americans, seniors, boomers, who know full well how in-home long-term care for a senior bankrupts families, destroys families. How big of a deal is this? And more importantly, do you think expanding Medicare drug price negotiations actually pays for this?
No, it's not going to pay for it in full. But this is a big sandwich, to use the metaphor of the sandwich generation. And a lot of people are dealing with this. And so Medicare as it exists now doesn't cover vision, doesn't cover hearing, doesn't cover this, which is so critical. So there are ways to get the government to pay for this. You can go through Medicaid, but a lot of people are left out, not able to get this kind of care. So I think that it does move the needle. What are the problems with it? A huge shortage of people who can do this kind of work. I think you have to acknowledge that. And then
you know who often does this kind of work?
Children.
Immigrants.
Yeah.
Also true.
Yes. When you think about home health care workers, a huge portion of home health care workers are immigrants. If we suddenly had a mass deportation, there'd be a problem.
I mean, yes, and the cost will go up exponentially.
Correct.
Let me argue something against you on this one, though.
Please.
I mean, obviously, it's really important. As David said, there's a lot of people this affects. The problem I have with the interview she did with you and this interview she did is, to me, it's all very incremental. It reminds me of sort of the second Clinton term, where they would do very popular things that were small and sure to get a certain amount of voters interested. It is not, as you say, Obamacare. It's
but
not
we don't need Obamacare. We have it.
When you vote a president of the United States, you want a big economic vision. The Inflation Reduction Act under Biden, the NAFTA under Clinton. Presidents propose big, transformational economic change. She is doing a little bit of a tweak on Biden on tax incentives, a little bit of tweak on Biden to Medicare. She's not presenting a big, bold vision for what it is. And she had the problem on that show. When she asked, how are you different from Biden? She doesn't have an answer for that because most of what she's proposing...
Why does she have to be? Why can't she be? Listen, she's in a difficult position because it's like she's in an improv show because she's the vice president. So it's a yes and.
Exactly.
But from a policy perspective, President Biden has had 4 massive... Okay.
No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
So why does she have to offer a big, giant, different thing? What he's done is working.
Despite the numbers being good, he is still hugely unpopular on the economy. Inflation has really been damaging, and all the polls show this. It is still the biggest issue, and she is not presenting a vision that you want from a president. Every Democratic president is running for president.
I'm going to say, okay, she's not. But you know who's offering a disastrous economic vision?
Fair enough.
The person she's running against. Mass deportations and massive tariffs are going to crush us economically.
Picking up just on the deportations piece of this, I mean, you look at the potential effects of that. Now we have studies looking at just what it would cost to implement these draconian policies. We're talking about tens to hundreds of billions of dollars for that. And that doesn't even bring to bear the fact of doing this in perpetuity or the kind of human and psychic cost that something like that would have. So you're right. It is something that clearly animates and fascinates many of his advisors, including Stephen Miller. But what you're getting at, I think, is that they haven't thought through what the knock-on effects of that would be. And just the hit to GDP alone, 2.5 percentage points, just based on that alone, is something that would so dramatically affect this economy. It would be devastating.
Not to mention, new analysis shows all of her big, you call them small, I'm not going to say big or small. Her plans will raise the deficit by $3 trillion.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's by $7.5 billion.
Yeah.
So you tell me, why does he poll better on the economy?
You got me, to be honest with you. And I'll be honest with you, in your interview and the interview she did today, what she is much better on is criticizing Trump on his economic policies. There's a lot to criticize than presenting her own vision. I just think that, and she falls back on that quite frequently. Now, why the American people do not realize...
Don't you think that's how Joe Biden got elected?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And remember, the argument you will hear consistently is if you remember pre-pandemic, and again, it's people have their blindfolds on, the economy was stronger pre-pandemic than it was under Biden. Now that depends on what bit of the economy you were in. But there is a certain people, and it was a long time ago, who still believe this in their head, that they were better off under Trump than they were under Biden. The polling shows that consistently, despite the fact we've had 4 years of strong economic growth and low unemployment, and all the numbers have been good. The inflation thing, in my mind, is just overwhelming everything else. And I still worry that she does not have a good answer for that. And that's why
because
she's not.
my love, there isn't a good answer for
particularly
it.
for the federal government. There's no role on the fiscal side in particular.
Yes, that's why.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like there's a great answer and she's hiding in her pocket. There ain't one.
Yeah.
But she can say his plan's worse.
Well, again, I think she is doing well on that. I don't think she is presenting a vision for the economy that is equivalent to what Clinton, Obama, Biden did as former Democratic presidents before they went for president. Everything she's doing is sort of, as you say, sort of Biden plus. And the overwhelming concern of the American people still is inflation. They blame Biden for that and her by association.
Okay, well, then let's talk about Donald Trump, who we're saying people see as a boss. We've talked about his venture into cryptocurrency. The New York Times has done extensive digging into his partners, okay? And they found, quote, a trail of lawsuits, unpaid debt, and tax liens. How does anyone look at this and think this is not shady? How is it that we continue to hear over and over? This guy ran businesses. He's a boss. He's been a boss of businesses that have gone bankrupt and that are filled with legal issues.
It is amazing to watch as he runs for president, him getting into minting coins and making sneakers and cryptocurrency. And it is shady. And I'll tip my hat to my colleague and friend of the show, Zeke Fox, who wrote about these guys as well. And look, they have crazy backgrounds. Barron Trump is involved in this, reportedly with Martin Shkreli, trying to engineer some sort of crypto enterprise, the likes of which we don't really know what it is or what it's going to do. Again, I just am stupefied by how a major party candidate for president has the time to do all of this. He's certainly not doing any semblance of due diligence on this.
Well, okay.
I mean, it is all part of the grift, as
Yes.
David said. Now, the problem I have that I think is even worse about this thing is he used to be against cryptocurrencies,
yes,
but now he's in favor. Why?
Because crypto businesses are giving enormous amounts of money to his campaign, darling.
And what do you think if he ever becomes president? Who's going to be setting our tech policy, right? So this is worse than just the grift. He is
going to launch Gary Gensler into another stratosphere on Elon Musk's rocket.
Absolutely.
Let's
so
be clear.
The things that David was talking about, which is all part of the grift, right? I'm selling Bibles. Those are really unclean and terrible. And Eric Adams, this to me is worse. This to me is worse. Is exactly what you said. He's doing it purely because he can raise money from these guys, and then when he becomes president, they're all going to set tech policy, and that's going to affect all of our lives. And that is what I think is really, really dangerous about this sudden conversion to cryptocurrencies in his late in life.